Good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Klaus-Peter Martin. I'm with Chevrolet Communications. And also a very special welcome to all the folks who are watching us live today on a live webcast. So it is Auto Show Week in LA, and we have chosen this very informal setup here to give you an advanced overview of the news that Chevrolet is going to make throughout the week. So with that, I would like to introduce your presenters and your hosts today, starting with Brent Dewar, Vice President Global Chevrolet. Bob Boniface, he is the Design Director for the Chevrolet Volt. Mike Simko, he is the Executive Director for Chevrolet Design. And also here to answer your question later today is Maria Aurora. Maria Aurora is Marketing Director, Global Chevrolet and Volt. Tony Pasowatz. Tony, where are you? I guess he will be here in a second. Tony is the Vehicle Line Director for the Chevrolet Volt. We also have Margaret Brooks. Margaret, over here. Margaret is our Chevrolet Marketing Director for small cars. And last but not least, we have Chuck Russell. Chuck, where are you? Over here. Chuck is the Vehicle Line Director for the Chevrolet Cruze. So with that, I'd like to bring up Brent.
Thank you. Thanks, KP. Good afternoon, everyone. And welcome to our webcasters. My pleasure today as the head for the Chevrolet brand globally to talk a little bit about our story and where we're taking the Chevrolet brand. A couple of themes that we're going to share with you today with Mike and Bob and myself. There's an element in our brand, essence of our brand, is to try to have our vehicles not only to have the brand character of Chevrolet, of making them fun to drive, but also to really work on the fuel efficiency of the vehicles. And when we look at the various vehicles from all around the world, trying to balance the energy needs, demanding energy needs around the world, also to provide that to the right relation with the customers. So the theme we're talking about is from gas-friendly to gas-free. And we're making some great strides in that front. And with the launch of the new Malibu very recently, trying to provide best-in-class fuel economy in the segment, to the Traverse with 3-passenger seating, to the new Equinox that just launched recently in the market. What we're going to talk about today is two more products that really symbolize the gas-friendly, the gas-free. To my left is the Chevrolet Volt, a very exciting product on the gas-free front. Lithium-ion battery designed to go 40 miles on electric. It's not a hybrid. It's not a plug-in hybrid. And it's not a pure electric. It's an electric vehicle that really defines a new category, a new segment. So it runs 40 miles in an electric mode. And for those consumers that need to go a little bit further, because their lifestyle demands it, the generator kicks in and it will allow you to extend your range. So it's an electric vehicle with a range extender. So really what it means for those electric enthusiasts, it allows you to have all of the pleasure of an electric vehicle, but still meet your lifestyle needs. And so very affordable, very efficient, plug-in capability, and infrastructure ready to meet those demands. But when you look at the vehicle, it really goes beyond, and we're going to talk about the design and some of the key elements here in a second. But we talk about the gas-friendly side, and that's really talking about, the next vehicle up in the lineup will be the Chevrolet Cruze. When you look at the Cruze, it really is game-changing as well. You look, and Mike's going to talk about the design elements of really the beautiful package, both exterior and interior. But when we set out to look at the product for a product like the Cruze, it's in the compact segment. But we're really offering the vehicle in the size dimensions of a mid-sized car. So when you see it, the presence and the size of it, and all those interior refinements. So when you see that, we want to please and delight the consumers by offering a fuel economy in the vehicle. So leading with 1.4-liter turbo Ecotec engine, which is leading the way for small displacement engines for Chevrolet, the fun-to-drive elements of the vehicle will become very readily apparent. So you take that from great size proportions, mid-size proportions in a compact car, lead it with great fuel economy, and we're estimating to try to get up to 40 miles per gallon on the highway in the fuel-efficient mode of the vehicle. And important for this is a family car for young families that care very much about safety and security. So we've designed the vehicle to be very safe. So 5-star crash ratings. Currently have launched the vehicle in Europe and Asia with great success and getting great acclaim on the safety elements of this vehicle. So having proportions of a mid-sized car, having the fuel economy that you would expect from a much smaller vehicle by delivering the turbo with performance and fuel economy in both sides, and then pattern that with the safety and security, all put in a package that really delivers what we would feel with Chevrolet is that more than expected that you would get from a Chevrolet. So a lot of great features. What would say with our Volts, there's a little bit of Volt in every Chevrolet we're making right now, as you'll talk, and Mike will talk about the aerodynamics of the Cruze, and Bob's going to talk about the great design elements and the aerodynamics of the Volt. So we're proud to be with you today. I think we've got welcome everybody from the broadcast, and what I'd like to do now is invite Bob up to talk about the Volt. I'd encourage you to get out of your seats. We're going to do a live walk around. So we've tried to position this as best as possible. So Bob, let's take it away and let's talk about this fantastic Chevrolet Volt. Let's give it up for Bob Boniface.
Thanks, Brent.
Come out of your seats and get a chance to look at it.
Come on up. Good morning, everyone. Just gather around the car. That's good. It's impossible to talk about the Volt without talking about efficiency. We've made the promise that the car is going to travel up to 40 miles on electricity alone. Obviously, you can't do that without an efficient powertrain. Less obvious, perhaps, is the role that the body plays, the design of the body plays in that recipe to allow this car to travel 40 miles on electricity alone. And it goes like this. The shape of the body, the more efficiently you can push a shape through the air, the less energy, obviously, that the battery is going to have to provide to propel the vehicle. So coefficient of drag is how we report out the numbers. We strive for a very low coefficient of drag and a very low frontal area. Frontal area being the silhouette that the car presents to the wind as it moves through the air. So how do we manage the airflow through the car? Well, in simplistic terms, good aerodynamics state that the air that travels over, around, and under the car needs to stay attached to the car. Now, what do I mean by that? You look at the plan view shape of the car and the side profile of the vehicle, and it's very smooth. If it were to have hard edges, the air would trip over those edges, tumble, become turbulent, okay? It stands to reason. And turbulence creates drag. So turbulence is bad, smooth airflow is good. So the entire vehicle was designed in an effort to keep the air attached to the car. That's the general rule for designing a body. Detail-wise, though, the efficiency goes several orders of magnitude below that. You look at the grille, for instance. Since this vehicle operates largely in electric mode, the cooling requirements are different from a conventional vehicle. We're not required to send as much air through the grille and through the heat exchangers in the car. So therefore, we don't create turbulence and drag inside the motor compartment. We can send that air down around the side. We take all our air in from the bottom. It's a smoother shape, it's a more efficient shape, and the electric propulsion system allows us to do that. Even in the headlamps, we talk about efficiency. The daytime running lamps and the turn signals on the vehicle and the tail lamps are all low energy consumption LEDs. They're expensive, yes, but they help balance out the energy needs for the vehicle. Now, we talk about the aerodynamics and the need for the body to be smooth and slippery. Another thing about an electric vehicle is that it doesn't have this car has a gasoline engine, obviously as a backup generator, but that gasoline engine is not always running. And in a conventional car, a gasoline engine provides what's known as masking noises. The engine sound masks out wind noise and road noise. We don't have that luxury, so to speak, in EV mode because the car is so quiet. So we had to spend extra care around the cowl and around the side glass and around the mirror to ensure that the airflow wasn't turbulent and created a lot of noise for the customer. You'll notice the mirror is designed on this post and separated away from the body. It keeps air from blasting into the side glass right by your ear where you hear it. Little things like that, those little details mean a lot to the consumer over the life of the vehicle.